Alright, last spa race of the week. Let's see how we do. See how we do with zero practice. I just got home from work and I ran and jumped in here. But I feel like I've had enough races this week. I've run seven races? Something of that nature. But yeah, I think I've run 7 races this week. So this will be my 8th one, which is fine. Not that anybody's watching right now anyway to even hear this. Hopefully we have a good turnout. Hopefully it's a strong field. Because there were like 90 cars registered for the race. So maybe we got a good HPD field. Of course we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 are the lowest rated drivers in the field, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Aside from the one LMP1 car. It's the lowest rated group in the field. Well, golly, I was hoping there'd be. No, what are you going to do?
Hey, Joe.
Oh, qual, there we go. Let's show the qual. Qual setup, run a 2-wing and qual. Run a 1 in a race. There you go. You can slow that down as needed. There you go there. Hello to whoever said that. I had my, oh, it's Chris. I see you, Chris. All right. I had my setup pulled up so I didn't see who was talking.
Okay.
Wait
Good luck.
Wait a minute, you're not in the HPD?
No, I'm... Oh, not John again.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
I sense a Shakespearean demise for me. How you doing, Ben?
Oh, I'm good, thanks, John. How are you?
Pretty good. Just thought I'd get the last race of the weekend. Was hoping for a strong HPD field, but not to be.
It's never a strong HPD.
Yeah, not in my time slots at least. You know, I'm trying to catch the Alex Trainers and Fraser Williamsons of the world, but I never can.
It's a shame because I think it's a great car.
I got Maria to keep me honest at least. She's fast. I think I'll share my setups with everybody in here in the server anyway.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
why am I... Oh, I'm on map 1. I was like, why am I not up to 6th gear before Radeon? Oh, jeez. I was on map 1. I have to have a good second lap if I want to be on pole. I don't think it's a particularly fast track, but it definitely isn't that slow.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left. You need to stop for more fuel. One more lap. 2 minutes. 3.155.
Yeah, that's going to get bumped. That time will not stand. This aggression cannot stand, man. Told you. Look at that, James. James White knocked me off. All right, James. Of course, barring a mistake, this is going to be a second faster lap. Oh, there was the mistake.
Checkered flag.
Still wasn't as fast as it should have been. Made a lot of mistakes on that lap, but if it gets me away with the pole, then I'll take it. Alright, as advertised, I'll show the race setup now, see the difference, the one rear wing position, a couple other small differences. Not many, not as many differences as normal. I think because I made an emergency change to this setup midweek, the race setup, because it was awful early on. With a midweek, I don't think I even raced until Thursday, but you know what I mean. Somewhere after like the third race, I made some changes to the setup because I was struggling bad. So there we go there. There you see the Lamberti Racing paint scheme, stroke awareness. Let's see who else is in this race. Let's see here. Who we have in the... Okay, LMP1s. Okay, these other guys haven't qualified yet. Who we have in GTE? Ben Hamlet. There's Ben. Roger Rezendi. James Saunders. Wow, James is qualified 5th at this point. There's some fast GTEs in here. Of course there is. Roque Garcia and Patrick Bodden. Those are fast GTEs. Eric Goldner too. Danilo Fonseca. These are fast GTEs all the way down. Yeah, Penske way down here. This is a fast field for GTE.
45 cars.
Well, you're welcome, Sebastian. I'm just going to share that setup with everybody. Did I hold on to the poll? I did. James White, 2031. That'll work.
Yeah, we'll still be driving at the back, but it helps a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, feel free to send me a PM with any details that the setup's doing for you, and I can tell you what to change. It'll make it fit what you're wanting it to do.
I'll just adapt to this one. Don't you worry.
Alright. I have race setup loaded. We are ready to go.
1 lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed right now.
Alright, turn our engine power down to 8 so we don't use up any fuel here on our abbreviated lap.
Gatstar 39 car.
James, I'm going to give them about 5 seconds at least.
Okay.
And I'll try not to do anything stupid, take you out again, sir.
No. Just disappear like home.
About to go green. Stay focused. The pace car is off. Be ready. Green flag, green flag.
LMP1's already saying sorry. It's never a good sign when none of them qualified except for one.
What are you doing?
I guess Maria hasn't run this week because I was expecting her to be up. Okay, she's up to 4th. I was expecting her to be in 2nd.
0, 9.
But I think I'm underestimating James. James has proven to be faster than his iRating in several of the races. He's not finishing the races. Kind of like Lenny.
Not too time, huh?
Kind of like Lenny. He's not finishing the
Then
races.
well first.
And both of those guys, James and Lenny, will definitely have pace and be tough in this series once they figure out how to hold it together for a full hour. That's the big thing. You can be quick in this car in practice, but being quick when you catch the back of that GTE field's another story. Being quick when that LMP1 field catches you while you're in the middle of the GTEs is another story too. James fell out. So that's the thing, man. You gotta hold it together. One look at my iRating graph tells you that I've learned that the hard way. I don't think I've ever lost iRating on pace. It's always been stupid stuff like driving into the wall or forgetting to put fuel in the car. My personal favorite. So now Maria's up to 3rd. James, looked like James didn't get any damage. He may have overrun the turn and saved it because he's not losing any time.
Well done, retards. None of you know how to drive, and as a result, I'm the only one that gets taken out. Cheers. Unlucky.
Well taken.
We must have a headwind coming down Kimmel Straight. Because I'm not getting any speed here.
Spin or concede. The mark is like fantastic.
Oh, that lap was another smoke show, but I just screwed that up. Hey, Scotty.
Blind.
How are you, sir? Oh, Maria's up 2nd now. It's kind of where I expected her to be. She's going to have to fight with Rui there. Oh, he fought back. So lap 4, we're going to have to remember to go back and watch this at the end of the race because I want to see this. They're battling. I got the sneaky suspicion Rui's not just going to give up. But I think once she gets ahead of him, he's not going to have much choice. Yeah, now James is catching him. Yeah, those three are scrapping a little bit back there. I'm assuming that they absolutely ran away from the other three behind them. There were, what, 7 HPDs or 8? Hey, Romain. How are you, sir?
Simone. Why, Rui? Why?
That sounded bad.
Sorry, Maria, sorry. I lost the race.
And racer.
His extra name got the better of him. He couldn't control himself. So that puts James back in 3rd.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Maybe they didn't run away from Kevin as much as I thought they would.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Come on with it.
Yes, Road America next race, actually. Uh-oh, James got taken out. A lot of GTEs disconnecting, a lot of fast GTEs disconnecting early. Spensker was out too. Ah, I got a 1X.
What, Bobby? Did you
That 1X there is
fuel?
one of the parts that's really inconsistent with the rest of the track.
No, my car is damaged.
Oh, I see.
Are you talking about Rui, Rod, or are you talking about James? Because James has taken me out a couple times in the past. He's also taken out Matt Malone many times. Or are you talking about Rui? I was going to call you to ask you to get in this race, but I decided to get in here like 2 minutes before it started. I got home, I wasn't thinking I was going to be racing, but then everybody at the house left. So it's like, okay, I can go race then. When did he? Oh, geez, you ended up winning that race last night, though, right? Apparently, James and Maria have damage because Kevin's getting away from him. Meanwhile, I'm just kind of cruising and doing it sloppily at that. Good. So you got your second HPD win.
Oh my god.
No, got to give Schreiber credit. He's gotten in front of those two and he's stayed there. Now, there's always that one straggling LMP or GTE car. You know, the one you catch 10 laps before you catch anybody else. Paul doesn't count because he came out of the pits. Talking about Ahmed Elbaz up here. Yeah, if you're getting loose, I don't know why you're getting loose in Bonchemont. Just give it a slight lift. When you're heading into the turn, just lift a little bit. Not a lot. I mean, just a quick crack of the throttle should settle it down. 'Cause that's what I do when I'm in the draft with somebody. It's a quick crack of the throttle settles it into the turn when I'm in someone's draft. Yeah. Maybe too much steering input. I don't know, because you don't need a whole lot of steering input. Also, too, if you'd been doing a lot of spinning of the rear tires, like just whacking the throttle open coming out of bus stop at the source, you might have had more wear on your tires than what I'm getting. But I try to not get, if I start getting that wheel spin on either of those turns, I upshift pretty early to avoid it.
Thanks.
Damaged GT cars here.
Car right. Stay on the left. Clear.
See right there? I just kind of rolled into the throttle instead of opening it up too early. We didn't get any real spin.
4.836. Clear.
Same there. And now is when the game of passing notes will begin. I've noticed a distinct difference in rear tire wear after just a few laps. I've tested it both ways, because I used to just spin them up and run off the corner like a madman. I noticed that late in the race I was struggling with grip in the rear tires, so I tested it, and sure enough, it was a pretty big difference in wear.
Car on your left. Clear.
Oh, Claudia got taken out.
Right side. Clear on the right. Car on your left. 2 minutes. 3.85. Clear on the left.
See, the last couple laps, you really see no wheel spin at all that I have coming off the bus stop and out of the source. Every now and then it happens, you just get it a little bit wrong, but for the most part, I try to minimize it. That way, tires don't see a whole lot of use.
Left side. Clear.
But you have the same pedals I do, so take advantage of the resolution in your throttle pedal. It's reading 4,096 positions, so you can really be detailed on how you exit those corners. using Logitech pedals, yeah, they're more on-off, but these Clubsport V3s are pretty detailed.
Car on your left. Clear. Car right. Clear.
Yeah, we got a wagon train going on here.
Side. 2 minutes. 4.872. Clear. Car right. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
Okay, because so Kevin's still in second.
Car on your left. Clear.
There's Travis Wall.
Car on your left. Clear. You're in fifth.
Yeah, now that we've caught GTE traffic, there's no telling what that second, third, and fourth position is going to look like here in a few laps. I don't know. 'Cause those GTE cars are pretty bunched up there in that group, that mid group. They're all pretty close together. I'd like to be a fly on the wall watching that unfold. Oh, and the GT1s are catching them too. I say GT1s. It could be the leader is this that far ahead. Nope, he's got second, 5 seconds behind him. So. And this lap is an absolute smoke show. Look at this. I'm already 3/10 under my best lap of the race. I don't know why people hit him.
Car right, 2 minutes, 3.583, clear. Car on your left, clear on the left. Left side, clear on the left.
He was going to actually try that.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left. Car right. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
You guys brothers?
Yeah.
I see Mom dressed y'all just alike.
Car on your left. 2 minutes. 5.288. Clear on the left.
Hey Mark, how's it going, bud?
Left side. Clear on the left. Right side. Clear.
Thank you.
Oh, Kevin's still holding on to second place. Oh, looks like Fabio ran into some trouble.
That's right.
He's a decently quick GTE car,
Clear on the left.
normally, so... Yeah, but his car looks like a rolling trash can now, so he's obviously got banged around a little bit. Mark, go check the world records and look at Monza.
2 minutes. 4.536.
This lap was looking a lot better than it is. Yeah, I'm bleeding off time now. It's 4/10 under. This lap's still good. It should have been better. This is gonna be my fastest lap by far. There we go.
2.878. Left side. Clear on the left.
Next time, use your boost to clear me before the turn-in, please.
Black eye.
Oh, Maria's in the second now.
You got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Alright, so Maria has second now. Which I thought would be the case, but James actually was quick in qualifying. Comparative.
What are you doing?
Oh, there went Chris. Dang it.
Right side. Clear.
Oh, I'm gonna get a 15-second speeding penalty. That's gonna make it interesting.
Looks like you're out of gas.
Oops, speeding penalty. Here you go, Maria. This might give the lead to you.
I have to repair my car.
Well, no good deed goes unpunished. Well, that was weird.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Speeding penalty just went away.
Car right.
Well, that was weird. The speeding penalty just went away. It didn't make me serve it or anything.
Right side. Clear.
That was odd. I wonder if it's because I ran out of fuel right before I went to my pit. I wonder if that causes some kind of weird bug.
Right side. The lead is fitting now. Clear on the right. The lead is fitting now. Car right. Clear.
So that's kind of puzzling.
You got a slow car on the right. Go right. Go right.
Wait, it's showing Maria only 10 seconds back. Maybe I did serve the penalty. Somebody go back there and look. Go back and see if it made me serve the penalty before I started putting in fuel, but I don't think that was the case. But if Maria's only 10 seconds back and it was a 15-second penalty, then somehow I did serve it. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Apparently I did serve that penalty, Maria, because you're only 10 seconds back now, so I don't know what I was thinking. Golly, man, when did I serve that penalty? That's gonna drive me nuts.
2 minutes, 4.31.
I definitely served it because she was like 25 seconds back before the pits. Just seemed like that was awfully quick, but I guess it wasn't.
The lead is bidding now.
Oh, James is back in third, and he's not too far behind Maria. That could become a race again. Which afterwards, I am going to go watch how they all sorted out there in the start, because that looked like it was pretty interesting. Rod, if you're still in here, DeVries said that he messaged you about joining the league, and then you never responded. Same with Ryan Bird. Okay. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. It didn't seem. I guess it didn't seem like I did, but I mean, obviously I did. If all of a sudden she's 15 seconds closer. I am a penalty. I guess you'd file that along the times that I think I put fuel in and I don't. Yeah, 12 minutes to go. James is definitely closing on Maria.
Stay on the right. Clear.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Thank you.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Hold on, Mark. Let me get through this section of turns and I'll read that. Weird.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Are you starting with a full fuel load? Be very sure that you are. Oh, Kevin crashed out.
0, 3.
See, there it goes. It goes back to finishing the races. At one point, he was running second.
Car right. Clear on the right. You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
But without 5 laps of time left. Yeah, make sure you're filling up the car to start with. Because you shouldn't be taking a full fuel load at the pit stop. We have about an 8-lap fuel window. Whoa!
Didn't need that far, huh?
That was close to being gone right there.
Car right. Clear on the right. Right side.
Go ahead, man.
Left side. Clear. Right side. Clear.
Don't be quiet.
7.659. right. Car right.
Thanks for waiting, John.
Clear.
No problem.
Car on your left. Clear. Left side. Clear on the left.
Oh, Charlie's now in the lead.
Minutes 5.646. Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear. Car right. Clear on the right.
Sorry, Danilo.
Car right. Clear. Left side. Clear on the left. White flag. One more lap to go. Minutes 5.724.
Oops.
Car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left. Two left of your left.
Now, two incidents. Two careless incidents early in the race. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, that was close. I think it's a lot of it. I haven't been pushing aggressive for a long time in this race. And so when I did get into that corner fast, it caught me by surprise. See, look right there. Thanks, Mark.
There's the flag. It's over. Great job. You did really well.
Good race, Maria. Traffic was horrendous.
You too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch the first few laps and then the last few because you guys like y'all were close the whole time.
Congrats, audience. Good race.
Let's see here.
Finally, it's okay.
Yeah, P2 was up for grabs, I think 4 different people with 4 different strategies.
Yeah, I was watching y'all swap back and forth there early on. I mean, on the relative, I couldn't actually see.
Nah, there's a lot, but there's not 13.
Yeah, Nikki, and they're all rolling over in their graves after what I did to them the other night. See you, Mark. So there's James in second,
It was quite fun with traffic.
Rui in
Kind of
third.
frustrating because there's so many
Maria in
places where you
fourth.
just can't go past a GTE. You just gotta sit behind them.
There's Kevin. Yep, that's what it is, man. It's minimizing your losses in those sections.
That's why I put it so early, hoping to get in the middle of their pit stop sequence, but they seem to, I don't know, have different strategies throughout the field.
Okay, Schreiber's in the pink car. There's Maria. There's Rui. There's James. There's me. Yeah, Maria was already giving Rui grief there. She's already all over him. I don't know what was up with her qualifying. Because I figured she'd qualify as second. Somewhere, realistically, I figured she'd be about a half a second off my time. Oh, there goes Claudio. Oh, and I messed it up. Okay, so that's what happened to James. Claudio got by him, and he just kind of, or Claudio. I was looking at Claudio's name. Rui got by him, and then he just kind of missed his braking
What lap
marker.
did you have a problem with?
and Maria got by him.
with me.
Sorry, Harry, I don't hear you because I have another person speak to me.
Yeah, what lap did you have a problem with me?
Hey, man, you brake like Mazda. I don't know. You don't. I let you pass because I have 15 X and I doesn't want a contact. And when you pass, you brake so early, so strong with your HPD. It's incredible. Nothing more. Thank you. My breath is destroyed because of you.
Well, I just want to see what I did wrong, so I know not to do it again. So I'm just asking you which lap that happened on.
Club France, talking about what other people did wrong.
Go to see the replay, man. It isn't very. Comment t'as dit ça? So you speak French?
No.
I'm sorry, I haven't the word. But I was so surprised by your braking zone, and it was crazy.
Okay, I understand that. I just
So we'll
tried
stay
to
there because it kicked off
improve my
again.
driving by seeing it. So I assume it's lap 20 for you because that you have a high number on that lap. So I'm going to look at that lap. But I thought maybe you knew which lap you were talking about, and then I could go straight there. And I'll search through.
Oh, that was Rui's
lap
mistake,
that it
which allowed
happened on.
Maria to get right on him. She was catching him anyway. But
Okay.
that
See
just
you.
accelerated it. Put her right there. It also has James
Okay,
right
sorry
behind her.
about that.
Here we go. Here's where it kicks off.
It's only a game, man. It isn't a very grave. I don't know the name. It isn't like in the life, you know.
I understand. I'm just trying to improve my...
Nice.
that's all.
They went through Eau Rouge side by side. And then there's James
Okay,
trying.
I see you. It isn't a very bad mix.
Okay.
And look right behind him. There's Kevin. And check out... Sebastian didn't fall off either. He's still right there. So it's all of them. All of them are right there together. So that's pretty cool when that happens, because HPDs, you don't see that a lot. A lot of times they get spread out pretty quick. I'm curious to see what happened between Maria and Rui, and in the bus stop, I think, is where it sounded like it happened to him. Maybe next lap. Oh, no. Yeah. Maria, I just saw what happened to you in the bus stop with Rui. Just turn it over to Kevin and James again.
Yep.
I shared my setup, by the way, with everybody in the HPD, if anyone's still in here.
Okay. I tried your setup from, what was Daytona? And they couldn't drive it.
Yeah, this one's a little less loose than my Daytona setup, but yeah, hopefully it wasn't a Daytona setup trying to run here, because it won't work on this track.
Better save it and test it. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And same offer applies to you. If you drive it, if it feels good but a few things are wrong, if you tell me what it's doing, I can tell you what to change to correct that. Because not everybody likes the brake bias where I do. Not everybody likes the wing where I do. So, you know, there's little things you can tweak out of it.
Okay.
Alright, so now let's go look at the end. We knew what happened from here. They kind of stayed spread out. Wait. Somehow Maria got back past them all. Oh, here we go. There's a little battle right there. Kevin was kind of getting away from him. But Maria, James, and Rui and Sebastian are all still running together. That's a good job on Sebastian catching up, because he'd obviously had a mistake earlier on that dropped him back. And then now look at him, he's right there again. Did he finish the race? He did. Oh, look at that too. Yeah. So he finished in 4th. Or no, he finished in 5th. Rui finished in 4th. Oh, you must be Sebastian. Well, man, hey, you know what though? You had made a mistake in falling back when I saw you were like 4 or 5 seconds behind those guys, and now you're in my stream here or this replay. You're right back up on them, so that's good. It just takes a while to get used to racing this car, man. That's the biggest thing. That you know, a lot of people come in and they pick up speed quick, but they still struggle with racing it. It's not like a GT car. It doesn't forgive anything. You know, that's why I always laugh when people say it's easy to drive. I always go, yeah, everybody says that, never finishes races well in it. Because it doesn't allow you to make any mistakes that you can easily recover from. You know, you make a little mistake and you lose a bunch of time. And the simple fact is that no matter how much downforce a car has, eventually you outrun that downforce. You drive to the end of that downforce. So if you're driving this car at the same pace of a GT car, yeah, it's going to be easier to drive. But if you're driving this at a competitive pace for the HPD, it's not. Because it doesn't have any better grip at that point. You're at the end of its downforce. Every car you drive till the end of its downforce. The difference is things are happening a lot faster in this car, in the corners and everywhere else, than they are in a GT car. And when you make a mistake, it gets magnified. It doesn't have suspension compliance to help you correct. It doesn't have, you know, the ability to roll over onto the outside of its tires to help you do that. It's just the nature of the car. And so you were driving it really well. I mean, you're keeping pace with those guys and you're hanging on to them. I know they race a lot, Maria especially. So, and James is just, he's one of those guys that seems to get it pretty quick as far as the pace goes. He's struggling a little bit with the racing of the car, but he's getting, you know, that's the hard part. It is very underrated. Open cockpit, LMP2, you know, it's, you have to really plan what you're going to do in this car, because it has so many quirky little things that can slow you down. The lateral slides being the biggest thing because of the lack of suspension compliance. Not real fast and slow corners, you know, things like that. You got away from Harry. Yeah, if you watch my inputs, I'm very motorcycle-ish, very superbike-ish with it. I turn it in and then I turn it in like a quick initial input, and then bring it back out and kind of slide it back through the corner a little bit. Not really slide it, but more just rotate it quickly. Kind of drive it, you know, backing it into the corners. But now let's see, what was... Yeah, 204.2 in the race trim. That's not bad. Oh, there it was. Yep. That's a spot too, man. You catch that curb wrong. The car is really loose coming through that spot if you're not careful. That's why if you watch, I kind of hesitate getting back on the throttle a little bit. I just kind of roll it out, and then I open the throttle up. Unless I know I have the corner nailed already. Hey, but you kept it in there. Let's get down. At this point, let's see where you are. Yeah, so you were catching Rui. You weren't too far behind him. There's James and Maria. Yeah, so okay, so let's take in consideration that spin you had back there. Late in the race, look where you're at relative to them. You're still within the same straightaway. You're still within the Kimmel straight of them. Yeah, so that you take that one mistake away, and you're right on them at the end of the race. You're definitely past Rui, and then you're right there on James and Maria because they weren't very much further ahead of him. He was right there too. So that's what you want. You want competitiveness, and you guys had it. Y'all had the. Nope, I just got disconnected from the server. Oh, not bad, man. Not bad. Well, hopefully see you at Road America. I'll probably get in a practice session or two tonight to try to hammer out the setup. I already have a setup made because we ran the Autobahn League there recently, so won't be much to do with it. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.